Dress shoes, dress pants, white shirt, skinny tie. Jackets are down there. Guitars. All right, off to LAX. Eric, man, hold down the fort. See how this whole endeavor goes. Okay, man. Yo, later. All right, here we go. I got it from here. Okay. All right, boys. The endeavor.
But just when I thought I had enough. Shit.
Gosh.
Oh.
I haven't slept in like 2 days.
No one slept.
Crazy.
Oh. What up, Eric?
What up, man?
Well, didn't go as planned.
So essentially we flew back to Toronto. As soon as we landed, we had to drive all the way to Niagara Falls. We spent the night in Niagara Falls. The next morning we had a 7 a.m. audition call. It was just an absolute whirlwind.
We had to get up super early and just get through a day of a lot of interviews and a quick performance, but there was a lot of pressure in that performance.
Like, of course, you went in there. You want to come in confident. You want to come in, you know what I mean, with good energy, positive energy, swinging. Not to have that confused with us looking overconfident or something like that in the playback.
Just wasn't what they were looking for this show. And that's that.
Yeah.
Just see that
footage,
please. Because nobody even could take a picture in there.
I know.
We have nothing.
We got nothing.
It just didn't happen.
You can never have.
You know, I took into account what they're saying, and they definitely made it seem as if, like, you know, we would be more receptive to this music you're playing right now if you tried to make it your own, because if you don't, you just sound like a fucking...
The thing is, I don't know if that...
It gave us a lot of perspective on what we're doing and helped us think about what we want to be doing as a band and as individuals moving forward within the band. But it was a cool experience, yeah.
It would have been awesome if we were able to sell these tickets and have the show pay for itself, you know?
Yeah, the money part to me is not as important as the opportunity to perform at the Grammy Museum. That to me is huge.
Andy Kahn played with the Turtles for 40 years. He's also played with a lot of our musical idols, Little Richard, Chuck Berry. He even had an encounter with Ringo recording at his house.
And then we'll try to see if we can get 2 or 3 more rehearsals in before the gig.
We'll make it happen. We'll make sure it's tight. We'll make sure it's good. And even if we have to get there early and go over the set too, we'll do that as well.
All right. Wow. This is really going to be great.
Yeah, man. I can't wait. Andy, man, we're going to kill it.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, yeah, we'll see you tomorrow in the 11:30, was it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, let's do it. I'll see you at 11:30 then, bud.
Okay, you got it, brother.
Okay. I'll catch you later, Andy. Later, bud. Bye-bye.
Hey, I'm not making no, I would like to make it your dreamboat, dreamboat feel. So it's rock and roll.
Okay, cool. And that's what I'm trying to go for.
And we don't have to do the reggae.
And we can try all that. We can try all that today. So
Yeah.
you let us know what's kind of feeling weird or feeling good. But I'll just fool around and
Sure. But like I said, Andy, like, I have an idea and I can take it 100% this way. I'd rather you let me just do that, or you take the idea and go completely the way you want to go, and I'd rather just focus on that.
how we were practicing, I was hearing more of our version and less of yours because we were
Okay.
playing it.
Well, I think we should do a dreamboat version.
By the way, at the beginning, like, you should just definitely be starting the song.
You don't think the bass should start it? It doesn't
You're
make it.
like, what's this guy doing over here? And then all of a sudden the song starts. Whereas you're like, ding, 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 ding.
So it
It's
should
like,
be, it should be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tear it up,
Okay.
man. I'll just come in like,
That
you
makes
started
it
like
more.
the bass did.
And then when we kick in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
earlier on this morning, I woke up and like I had that feeling that something was coming on, guaranteed, in my throat, and it was just because it was just so chilly in the room last night. So I've been taking it easy all day, and it's just been anxiety for the fact that if anything does develop from this, we got the Grammy Museum tomorrow.
I hope it doesn't develop into something, because I had that.
I know.
Yeah.
I'll be all right. I'm gonna take it nice and easy and just chill.
Okay.
My voice isn't too shot, but I'm just like drinking like just tea all day. Yeah.
Tomorrow is the Grammy show.
Yeah.
We're doing the Grammys. We're backing up Andy Kahn, who played with the Turtles. And it's like he had laryngitis like 3 days ago. I don't think he got it from him, but like I think there's something going around right now. But I mean, like even him getting it so close to the date of the Grammy show,
scary.
it's just like a nightmare.
It's just what's scary is just you feel it in your throat, like you just like.
Yeah, you know something's up.
Yeah,
you
something's
know?
up. Yeah. So, yeah, you just gotta take it nice and easy. We'll see how this goes.
Okay.
Busy week.
Yeah.
Are you kidding? This is the most exciting time in my life right now. I mean, when do you get to play at the Grammy Museum? So I'm really happy and I'm excited like you would not believe. This is going to be great. All right, we are getting very close.
Yeah. Hotel Figueroa. Remember where the lobby is? Just right here?
Yeah, that was it. We just passed it.
Right. Do you think I can just put my hazards on?
That was in the package.
Okay.
So they're underneath the full
Oh,
time.
nice.
So, you know, you need.
Right on.
Grab whatever you have.
Welcome.
What's up, man?
How's it going, dude?
Not bad. Did you? Yeah, I think they'll validate. Yeah, so.
Yeah, they will validate us. We'll make sure. Hey guys.
Okay.
Hey,
Awesome.
it looks like a bandstand.
Hello, everyone. Good.
And he's in his element right now.
I am shocked. Look at this place.
Cool.
This is great.
All right, we're gonna run the song.
Yeah.
See if we know it.
Oh, look at this. My sticks were brought right here. Smells like a grade 10 locker, grade 10 hallway here. Anyways, just getting set up. So, yeah, we just did the sound check. It was feeling good. Yeah, it's Brazilian. Brazilian.
Dude, man. Honestly, you know, one of my pants, like shorts that I have.
Yes.
Like I can't even get my fucking leg through the thing anymore. It's like it's gotten that tight. It's crazy.
Buy a
Man.
new dress shirt.
Honestly, like finally, I don't have
I feel
chicken
like a
legs.
pirate.
You're the man of the hour right
Belly
here.
the Beast,
You're
we're
the
going to
man of the hour
introduce
right
you
here.
to the man of the hour. Andy, come, we're live right now.
Oh, we're live?
We're live.
Uh-oh.
Andy, how you feeling?
No, I'm feeling pretty good. Yeah, we'll do it. It's like a 45-minute interview, then question and answer.
Yeah.
And then we're going to do our half-an-hour show.
Yeah.
And then the book signing.
Awesome. I can't wait.
Yeah.
We're in downtown LA right now. Yeah, it's going to be fun. I'll let you get ready, Andy, but I'm just
okay.
giving
We'll make
people...
the set list too and stuff.
Oh, yeah,
Let's make the set list.
Okay, cool.
That's how we roll. We do set lists. We make set lists moments before the show.
Perfect timing. When you're with me, baby, the skies remain blue for all my life. Me and you and me.
He's written about his life in his new book, The Most Famous Musician You've Never Heard of. Please welcome Andy Kahn.
Yeah, well, I'm a pack rat. I saved everything in my life. I saved every calendar, photograph, album, tape, everything. I saved it all. One day I was just looking through my stuff and I said, oh my God, I did that. Oh my God, I did that. And so I, spent 4 years scanning all these photos and pictures and stuff. Like every picture tells a story, so I just spoke what the pictures reminded me of.
Such a sweet soul, as you can tell when he's telling all these stories, which is probably the reason why he's got to meet so many legends. Let's make some noise for Andy one more time, everyone. Congratulations on your book.
We love you, Andy.
Am I in the right key? Give me an A. Okay, we are going to do a song called Late Bloomer.
That's how we get fired up.
All right. Okay, I think I can do this. This is how it goes.
Watch out, late bloomer, your dreams are waiting for you. It's time, late bloomer, this is the time of your life. Go now, late bloomer, leave all your worries behind. It's time, late bloomer, you could cross over the line. No matter what you say, no matter what you do, it's gonna come around you. So everybody else, get an early start. Go ahead for now. Whoa, you could've come sooner. Late bloomer, you could've come sooner. Late bloomer. Late bloomer, Andy, come on, everyone.
That was my big 5 cents. I'm telling you, it's 100% success. It was absolutely wonderful. They absolutely loved you guys. I tell you.
And
really
they were all there
loved you.
for you, man. That
And,
was great.
It was really great. It was a lot of fun, and I'm very happy. I'm grateful and happy that you guys backed me up on that. That is so wonderful.
To me, it was just all about Andy's big day, and that was all it was for me. Just trying to support Andy right now.
But you
the
guys
best I
were
can,
so
you know?
wonderful, and we all looked good with our little black suits and our.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it, Andy.
Andy, it was awesome. It was great.
Yeah, it was great.
Had a fun time.
Who's stepping up to plate to help take this thing to some kind of thing? No one.
I know.
We're out here on
but
our
how
own.
many people we talk to?
I've been talking.
And we're talking to people all the time we don't work with.
I'm
we get to
talking.
this
I'm
level,
talking to people.
And then we just
I am talking to people
Okay.
constantly, trying to figure out who is going to take us to this next level. And
Okay.
until you can
But
find
it's been
someone
a year. I'm just saying.
exactly.
Why haven't
No
we worked with
one,
anyone?
because no one is delivering on what they say initially can be
Okay.
done. People want the money and not being held accountable for the job, and that's my experiences in this band, right? People want the money, but they don't want to be held accountable. He wants to be held accountable and then get paid. I like the sounds of that, guys. I gotta hit the road 1 second here. I'm gonna be fucking late. Holy shit! Oh man. Sorry, man, Johnny. I don't mean to fucking be crazy about talking about this. If you're shooting my days out, you keep on constantly talking over me. Eric, I gotta run.
It's Viva Las Vegas. So the theme is, Elvis and Anne Margaret. So we perform in the Rotunda at the Cultural Center during the cocktail hour. There's a martini bar.
So tell us about the show. You're teaming up with the Palm Springs Cultural Center. What are people expected to see?
So the show that's upcoming on November 16th is Viva Las Vegas. And we have a special guest, the Dreamboats.
Yeah.
I know people in the community know you. They see you at different events.
You get a lot of good support, friends in the area that come check out the shows and whatnot. And we always do our best to kind of bring it when we get to the stage, get that energy off, and our friends are so supportive of us.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Bianca.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right, you
Awesome.
guys rocked it.
Fun.
Yeah, thank you so
You
much
have
for
a
coming.
card or
Thanks,
something? So
Bianca.
we
Yeah, do you have a card?
I do not have.
We got here in time, here. We got here in time.
Oh yeah, email works great.
On the dessert.
So,
So I thought we were actually going to promote the other show that we were doing as well on December 14th, but I guess that means we're going to have to do another one of these, which is awesome too. And be sure I'm going to be 15 minutes too late. That was that morning, and then coming back, saw Johnny and Justin were still having the discussion in the exact same place at the table. And just one of those things where you just got to get right back into the conversation and still try to hash out whatever needs to be hashed out.
I came into this thing as a filling in thing because why not? So it's like a fun, great opportunity. Turned into something more, whether you want to call it an employee or a part of a band or a big life change or whatever. Cool. So I'm like, okay, I'll give this a chance for a period of time because I think it can go places. So I'm reassessing my own situation, especially coming up on a year. And then that's a year of not being with the
living with the person I want to live with, not being with my pets, not working on my own music, not growing my business.
Let's sit on it for a second. There was a lot to take in.
You know, as it is when a bunch of dudes in their late 30s are living together and under the microscope of being in a band, working together, being buddies, just everything happening together, it can get heated.
I mean, yeah, like, you know, Chris was snapping back at me a little bit, but it's like, what are you gonna do? We're in the heat of the moment. Tensions are high and emotions are running high. So it's like, I understand it. You know, we've all been there. We've all kind of snapped at each other from time to time.
I don't mind getting emotional with Johnny because I've known Johnny for such a long time, and I trust him as a person and individual. Sometimes I get a little like emotional. I get like to a point where I don't hold my cards in or something, you know. I just see how people are in that scenario, what is being said, and I just say what's on my mind. And it's nothing strategic per se. You know, some can say it's not productive, I guess you can say, but at the end of the day, you're getting like a real version, a heart on my sleeve kind of like way of approaching things. It's nothing personal. It's just when you're talking about this band, you're also talking about like my baby. I will get emotional and I will defend it. I will say what's on my mind when it comes to the longevity of it and how it's represented to the best it can be.
At the end of the day, we're brothers and we're like family out here. So it's all good, you know, there's never any hard feelings. You know, Chris, we've been through it all together. So, you know, I appreciate and respect all of the comments he makes and his drive towards his band. And I know he does for me too. So, but yeah, sometimes the conversations can get a little intense.
Okay. We're headed to Oscars for Pride weekend here in Palm Springs. We're playing at the Oscars Pride stage. It's like, I guess it's on one of the main roads, right?
Yeah,
I think?
sort of, yeah, downtown. They're shutting off a lot of like parts of the town.
Yeah, so it should be cool. I guess today we're playing with Kyle,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's fun. It's always fun playing with Kyle. Kyle's a sax player from LA. We really vibe well with Kyle. Like, I don't know.
He knows his material really well.
Yeah, he came in, first gig, nailed the songs, and then he's just been a cool guy. You know, he likes partaking in the vocal warm-up with us, and you know, he can kind of do no wrong. He's just a seasoned guy who kind of gets it.
He rules. He just rips. I'm a huge fan of him and I love playing with him. And on stage, he just makes it a lot of fun. I think moving forward, even if we did land on a guitar player, I would still want Kyle to be a part of this band because he makes it a lot of fun for the hang and for the professionalism that he brings to the stage.
A big special thank you.
So I've been playing drums with one hand. It's been going okay. It's been going a lot better than I thought it would be going. It's been a new learning experience for me. I'm getting this new skill. I can play with one arm. And the doctor said that come early December, I should be able to take this off and start moving it a little bit. And come mid-December, he told me to forget this whole injury ever happened. So fingers crossed.
There he is. Holy shit. No, but honest to God. Yeah. How did you do it?
I don't know.
Like, it was fantastic.
Thanks, Mike. I appreciate
one
it.
freaking arm.
Thank you.
And you
That's it. Hopefully a month. And then...
The Heathermans are a sweet, lovely couple from Toronto. It's nice to always be able to go back and retreat and hang out with them when they're in the area. And he's an awesome mentor to us and has given us encouraging advice, getting us to believe our purpose down here in the States and in California and the potential of what we can do.
Anyways, you guys sounded great today. Actually, the last show in Palm Desert, you also sounded great. So.
And Kathy, of course, is our California mama. She's the sweetest to us. So warm, so sweet to us, making sure we're feeling good in the area. If there's anything we ever need, and then shout out to the Heathermans. We love them so much.
70 degrees that water.
70.
From 102 in the spa.
Oh shit! Oh god!
You're gonna do a FaceTime.
It seems like we've had so much going on over the last little bit, as always. And I think what we really need, we need to start assembling a team. But until then, we're still getting the work done on our own. But at the end of the day, we're getting gigs. So we got a message the other day from our good friend Johnny Pandora from Japan saying that he was going to be in LA for a couple of days filming a short movie, and we were like, we got to meet up with him. Johnny Pandora is the face of Tokyo and Japanese rock and roll and rockabilly.
I gotta go through this gate. How am I gonna get out of here?
Fuck.
Okay.
He's the guy. Yes. Yes.
Man, nice. You remember Eric? He's
How's it going, man? How are
you? He's filming everything these days. Hi there.
Just visited kind of thing.
Okay.
Can't afford.
Yeah, I know.
We essentially picked up Johnny Pandora and just told him he had to come with us to our gig, which he was totally gung-ho about, which was great.
Johnny, is this your first time in California?
Yes.
Oh, nice, man.
How are you?
Yeah.
Johnny, I wish we knew you were coming. I would have said
We
like,
knew,
yo.
but he didn't have the time. That's the problem.
Okay.
Having met with Johnny Pandora, it was another opportunity for us to talk about potentially touring in Japan in 2023.
I think if we did Spain as
Japan too.
Yeah, we want to go to Japan, but what do you think about Japan? Is it even possible for us to come to Japan?
Yes.
Yeah.
With my band.
Yeah.
And my friend's band.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to, hopefully we can get on the road to Japan and play a bunch of shows with him and his band, because I think we'd fit really well together and it would just be a lot of fun.
Doing just Japanese, the rockabilly. And she really.
Do you know any other songs on here?
Blue Suede Shoes.
Blue Suede Shoes? Do you know Johnny Be Good?
Yes.
Can you sing all of Johnny Be Good?
Maybe.
Being a musician, being a singer, you can't show up to another band's gig, especially being from out of country, and not expect to be called up to sing a couple tunes.
So we have a good friend from Japan who is in town, Johnny Pandora. Can we get you up to the stage right now?
Okay. Let's do it.
it's cool. He's just like this rock and roll dude, you know? He just represents rock and roll in a certain era, and he's keeping it alive. And it's great that we got him to come out to the show, and even better, you know, he hopped up on stage. But it was very cool to meet him and to play with him.
He killed it as usual. He's a total rock star. We had a blast. And at the end of the day, it was just a lot of fun spending a few hours with Johnny, and I think we really forged our friendship even more. I think Japan is a strong possibility for 2023, so we're pretty excited.
So we have this upcoming meeting, and my thoughts on this upcoming meeting are I definitely want to be vocal about where I believe this band should be going.
We're hoping to plan out the whole year. You never know what to expect, but I think all of us are a little excited about this chat.
It's like any business, you know? You got to sit down, you got to assess how things are going, what things need to be changed, how people are feeling about certain things.
I want to feel like everyone has to be on board with it, and that's just a thing you got to do to keep the boat alive, is make sure that everyone's got the right intentions. And I just feel right now the stars are kind of aligning in that direction, and everyone's getting excited about it. So I want to kind of really hammer at that direction during the whole conversation in this whole meeting that's happening.
Yeah. So, what you think?